Hi everybody, and welcome back to Plastic Models by Regular Dude, and it's time for my November 2020 update. Alright, so what's been going on around here? So I've currently got 3 projects on the go. That would be the, first of all, as far as completed kits, I completed the 1/32 scale Revell P51D-5 in A that I did in the Lu 4 markings of the controversial blue color, and it turned out really well. You can check one of my earlier, I think I posted the final on November 4th. So if you go back a few videos, if you want to take a look at that, there's a slideshow at the end showing the actual finished kit. It was a really fun kit. My son got it for me for Father's Day this last year, and I thought, you know what, I really like the markings right out of the box, but instead of using the green like they suggested, I went with the blue, which is another color option that may have been what the real deal was painted like. So that's what I went with. It's an unusual scheme, and I like the way it turned out. It was a good kit. I enjoyed building it, and went together really well, and didn't really have any problems with it. And the paint was really fun, doing that blue and the green and the bare metal and the invasion stripes. First aircraft I've done with invasion stripes, so that was fun. But it was a really good kit. So that is what I got finished in November. So the other kits I have on the go, I had started sometime back the Meng Jagdpanther G1 version in 1/35 scale. That one is on the go. I'm not sure. I may have 1 or 2 videos more to post. But that won't complete it. It's currently on hold due to some paint trouble I had, and I was getting a little bit frustrated with it, so I just put it in my plastic container that I hold models that are just on hold for a little bit, so I can get that worked out. So that's temporarily on hold. I'll be jumping on that again pretty soon, but that one's on hold right now because of that paint issue. But that kit's been really good so far. Gone together well. Not really any difficulties other than the paint thing that I'm not going to discuss right now. I'll talk about it later on whenever I can get back on it. But that one's kind of on hold. Then the other one I started was the Airfix Supermarine Spitfire Mark 12 in 1/48 scale. Let's see, this is the one I'm doing right here, and it's coming along nicely. It's a newer Airfix kit, so it goes together really well. There was no fit issues, no weird things going on. All went together like it was supposed to. The plastic is kind of soft compared to most manufacturers, but it's not that big a deal. I just don't use the Tamiya quick setting extra thin as much on a kit like that, because it'll really melt the plastic. Start pushing stuff together and plastic goes everywhere. But that one's coming along really well. I just posted an update yesterday about it, and it's coming along really good. I'm not going to show you it because, you know, it's nearing completion and I don't want to spoil the fun. So it's right there on the bench though. It's looking pretty groovy. But that's a really good kit. I've really enjoyed that. So that one is nearing completion. Then another kit I started, because, you know, I like to have an armor kit and an aircraft kit going at the same time if I'm doing more than one kit. And I was invited to join a group build. It's a tank buster group build, and I am building this one. It's the Dragon Stug 3 Ausf G early production, the particular vehicle of Georg Kaposa, So any of my German subscribers, if you could let me know if I pronounced that correctly and post it in the comments below, I'd appreciate it. Because I like to pronounce things correctly, especially people's names. But this is a really neat kit. I got that from Peter Person a few years ago. And it's one of those kits that I just really want to do a really good job on. So I have kind of postponed doing it. And this opportunity came up. Thought, hey, I'll join in. It started at the end of November, November 15th through February 28th. So it should be a lot of fun. And I posted some, like an intro video to it. So you can check that out if you like to see what that's all about. But I also have to recognize Patrick Schaefer. We ran a common group together, a Google Plus group, YouTube Modelers Google Plus group, now defunct because of no more Google Plus, but I think that's where he offered me up some help. I found some additional accuracy information to further accurize this kit to be more of his vehicle. So I asked if anybody could translate it for me because it was in German, and Patrick Schaefer said, I'll do it. So I sent him the information, and he hand wrote the whole thing down. And really stoked. Really appreciate him doing that. And it's been helpful because there's a few little things that need to be changed from the parts in the kit. For example, it comes with S-shaped tow hooks when it should be C-shaped tow hooks. There should be like a bullet splash shield armor kind of thing, kind of an angled wedge in front of the commander's cupola. There's a few other little tiny details in order to more accurately represent his vehicle. So thanks again, Patrick, if you're watching this, for doing that. But I've got that one on the go, and I have to have that one finished by February 28th to finish up the group build. Oh, that's what's on the bench. Normally I do my mail call segment next. Not a whole lot to talk about. Got some Tamiya X1 gloss black in. Woohoo! And I did get something different that I haven't used before for super glue. Now, normally I use one of these two homemade super glue applicators. I made these a few years back, and they work okay. But, you know, they're kind of chunky, and I don't know. I don't think they really work as well as they could. Sometimes I just use a toothpick. But I finally cracked and got some the famous glue loopers. These things here. I thought, you know what, I want to give those things a try, and I have to say that I really like the way they work. They're very accurate in the way they apply the super glue. I can get it right where I need it to be without smearing all over the place, and it's really thin, so you know it can get down into tight areas. So I have to say I'm glad I finally cracked and got some of those. I think that was a good good investment. So what's actually on the bench right now? Well, actually on the bench I have got the Spitfire going, and again I don't want to show you it because it's so near completion. I've got the camo paint on it. I've got the yellow strips on the wingtip, leading edge of the wingtips. I've got the colored band around the fuselage right in front of the tail section. So I'm ready to start doing some detail painting. Once I get that done, then I can start applying some decals, and that'll be really getting close to being done. I've got a little bit of hairspray chipping to do. I sprayed down some silver first, sprayed the paint on top of it, so I need to do some scrubbing of that off. But that's what's actually on the bench, and I've been kind of trading off between that and the the Stug 3. That one right there. So that's what's on the bench right now, is the Spitfire. So once I get done with the Spitfire, what's coming up? So like I said, I like to have an armor kit and an aircraft kit going. Spitfire's almost done. Should be done probably within the week, I'm hoping. So I have another project. And this project came to me courtesy of Eric Davenport. He sent me quite a few kits in the mail. I've mentioned it some videos back, so I'm not going to go into it again, but needless to say, he kindly sent me quite a few kits, and they're all really nice kits. So this one is going to be a bit different than what I normally do for aircraft. You know me, I'm a World War II kind of guy when it comes to aircraft, whether it's British, Japanese, US, or German, doesn't matter. Scale, generally, with one exception, I build in 1/48 and 1/32. Well, I am building 1/48 scale again, and it is going to be modern. Lockheed Martin F-16CJ Block 50 Fighting Falcon 1/48 scale by Tamiya. Looks like this is a 2007 kit, and it looks really cool. My daughter-in-law really loves modern jets, and she said, when are you going to build something like this one? I said, all right. So I'm going to build this one. Sitting in there, haven't built a modern jet, and well, the most modern jet I've built, I think, is the MiG 21 PFM. Is that right? The Edward, and I enjoyed building that kit. That was a really, really good kit. So I thought, you know what? F-16s are pretty cool, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it in these markings right here. 79th Fighter Squadron, 20th Fighter Wing, U.S. Air Force Tiger Meat version with this cool decal mess on the tail. Buckley Air Force Base, Colorado, USA, August 2001. So this is going to be cool. So I'm also going to be trying some new products on it, so we'll see how that goes, and I'll talk about that at a later date once I start, and why I'm using different products. So, but I'm really looking forward to this kit. I've been doing some research on it. I am going to get the exhaust can in the back, aftermarket. I think it's Aries, and I'm also going to get the Aces 2 resin ejector seat from them, and I might get the Edward cockpit details, painted cockpit details. So like on the side, either side of the cockpit, you have the all the controls and everything. Well, they make a painted version. I used one or actually one came in that MiG 21 because it was the Profi Pack edition. And I really liked it because it looked really good, kind of the pre-painted, and it's just way better than I can paint nowadays. And I don't like just painting black and then dry brush and everything, because it looks okay, but it just adds a little bit of detail. But we'll see on that. I may have to just go ahead and paint it. But other than that, it's going to be pretty much it. So this will be the most modern thing I've ever built. And one thing I am going to have to do that I'm not looking forward to is on these things, apparently there's a seam right down the top of the middle of the canopy. Why that is so, I don't know. But I'm going to have to polish that out. So that's going to be scary to say the least. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Comes with 2 canopies, so whichever one I won't be using on the kit, I'll practice on that one first and see how it works, but should be able to handle it. So that's what's coming up on the bench. So that's pretty much it. That's my update for November 2020. Looking forward to getting the Spit done. Looking forward to working on the Stug 3 some more, and really looking forward to getting started on the F-16. Should be a lot of fun. I'm really kind of going to dig that, I think. So anyway, yeah, that's about it. That's the November 2020 update and what's going to be coming up on the bench in December. Wild. Already at the end of the year. Crazy. But anyway, that's it. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hints, tips, etc., put them in the comments section down below. If you have any experience with this F-16 and can give me any tips or anything to look out for, I would appreciate it. But otherwise, that's it. Thanks for watching Plastic Models by a Regular Dude, and I will see you all later.